Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm from southeastern Ohio, born and raised in Marietta. I currently live in Columbus, Ohio, because I'm completing an artist in residency at Otterbein, which I graduated from back in May with a BFA in studio art and a focus in ceramics. I have the best timing and graduated with an art degree in a pandemic. So my work is created with a crude visual style in reference to my blue collar background of my Appalachian roots. Visually inspired by the simplicity of regional folk art and conceptually inspired by the storytelling of regional lore, I create narrative works that reflect the people and experiences I grew up with while living on the border of Ohio and West Virginia. Growing up as a product of a fifth generation working class family, I find comfort in the physicality of clay and relief printmaking. They both demand the entire use of the body as well as the methodical patience in its building and printing processes. By going into the studio, getting messy, and working with my hands, I feel as though I carry on my family's tradition of a labor-intensive career. So this piece in particular, I created a recent body of work, both printmaking and ceramics, that focused on addressing the ever-present threat of pollution that the Mid-Ohio Valley faces. This piece, A Love Letter to Chemical Valley, takes the viewer through a visual narrative exploring this subject in particular, and each panel has a phrase. The first one is, he works at the plant 15 miles up the road. The second panel is, that year that grandpa fell into the vat of Teflon. The third, don't cough into your grandmother's hanky, you'll stain it. The fourth panel, how did everyone let this happen? And the fifth is, it's in our homes, our water, and our blood. The rivers back at home, they're like a source of life for the town. They are a source of drinking water. They provide tourist revenue. They provide jobs. The community really relies on events that take place on the river and the waterways, that bring in a lot of money for the town. And then again, it just provides the locals with recreational activities. But in our valley, there are so many chemical plants that are located on the water's edge of all these waterways. These plants provide the valley with jobs, which allow people to put food on their table, have a roof over their heads. So they're also a source of life for the town. Yet these facilities are responsible for releasing toxicants into the waterways, which are just polluting the source of life that they provide. So that's what this piece is about in particular. And then the next slide, I have some of my ceramic work. These pictures are pieces that go along with the prints in that body of work addressing the threat of pollution that the valley faces. They are depictions of the region's environment through a fantastical lens. By distorting the depictions of these animals and humans, I'm bringing attention to what may become bizarre and grotesque realities due to the pollution worsening both the water and the air quality of the region for several decades. So I just stumbled through all of that. I'm sorry, I'm nervous, but thanks for bearing with me. And I'm so honored to be showing alongside all these amazing artists. And I just have to thank everyone who made this show possible for happening. It just really meant a lot. It feels small because my senior show, I mean, in the grand scheme of all things, COVID has canceled. My senior show back in May, April was canceled. And to have like my work displayed in the show just really, it made up for it. And it meant a lot. So thank you. And I'm crying. Thank you to all my family and friends that are tuned into the Zoom chat. I see a lot of people here. So thank you. And I'll stop talking now.
Thanks, Elizabeth. That was very nice. And we're very happy to have you here too. Thank you. Mary Beth.